Hello children, once again welcome to our physics class. So we can continue with the same lesson, electromagnetic waves. And as I told you before in the previous video lesson, in this session we will discuss about the properties of the 7 types of electromagnetic waves. So let's get started. So here the first one is radio wave. We shall start with the radio waves. Radio waves are produced by the accelerated motion of charges in conducting wires. So in wires, whenever the charges move and if those charges are accelerated, then the radio waves are produced. What are the important applications of radio waves? It is in radio and television communication systems. Also, radio waves are used in mobile phones for voice communication. In electromagnetic spectrum, the wavelength of radio wave is less than 0.1 meter. Radio waves are further classified into different bands. So first one is AM band. Okay, that is amplitude modulated band, AM band. The frequency of AM band is between 530 kHz to 1710 kHz. They are similar to FM channels. And the second classification of radio wave is short wave band. Their frequency extends up to 54 megahertz. And the third category is TV waves band. The frequency ranges between 54 megahertz to 890 megahertz. And next is the FM band. The frequency ranges between 88 megahertz to 108 megahertz. Last one is UHF band, that is ultra high frequency, which is used for voice communication over cell phones. So these are the different bands or different classification of radio waves, and you can see the distribution of these different bands in your electromagnetic spectrum. Okay, so just go through that figure, the spectrum of electromagnetic waves, which I have launched in the previous video lesson. Next electromagnetic wave is the microwaves. So microwaves are the short wavelength radio waves. So microwaves are the radio waves itself, but they are the short wavelength radio waves. And they are produced by special vacuum tubes such as klystrons, magnetrons, gun diodes, like that. These microwaves are used in microwave ovens and radar system in aircraft navigation. So where do we apply these microwaves? Microwaves are used in radars and also in microwave oven. You are familiar with the function of microwave oven and radar. So radar, it is the expansion of radio detection and ranging, that is radar. And this radar is applied in air traffic control, speed detection. It is useful for military purposes, and it is also useful for satellite tracking. Okay, so all these are the important applications of radar. Also, these microwaves are used in microwave oven. So there is a difference between the heating of food particles in the microwave oven and also when you heat it using a gas burner. So when you keep it over a gas burner, that means I am talking about the food particles. When you are keeping it over a gas burner, the heat is not uniformly distributed throughout the molecules of that food particles. So it will take some time to heat or to cook that material. But at the same time, if you place the same thing in the microwave oven, what will happen? The heat is uniformly distributed. How? Because the water molecules and the fat molecules inside the food particles will absorb this microwaves and they will get accelerated, and due to this acceleration some amount of heat is generated, due to which the food gets heated up well. Okay, so using microwave oven, you can easily or you can effectively heat up the food particles than merely placing it over a gas burner. Okay children, So that's all about the applications of microwaves. Radar and microwave oven are the main applications. And again, the radar is used in air traffic control, speed detection, military purposes and satellite tracking. You are all familiar with this terms. So I am not going to explain all these terms again. The next type of electromagnetic wave is infrared wave. Infrared waves, often known as heat waves, because they are produced by hot bodies. Okay, so hot bodies emit infrared wave. Their wavelength is lesser than both radio waves and microwaves. They readily get absorbed by water. And applications of infrared waves are in infrared lamps, infrared detector, or LED in remote switches of electronic devices, and also greenhouse effect. Okay, humans also generate some infrared waves. There are some special glasses which have infrared detector to view infrared waves. The infrared lamps are used to heat food materials and sometimes washrooms. When we switch on the TV with the help of remote, there is an LED both on TV and on remote. The signal gets transferred from remote to the TV through infrared waves. And what about the greenhouse effect? So greenhouse effect is an atmospheric heating phenomenon that allows incoming solar radiation to pass through but blocks the heat radiated back from the Earth's surface. So here you can see the incoming solar rays are allowed to pass through the atmospheric layer and those rays reach the Earth. But at the same time, those rays cannot escape from the surface of the Earth. They are trapped within the atmosphere of the Earth due to the infrared and they are getting trapped here. So mainly the infrared rays get trapped here by the greenhouse gases. As a result, there is an increase in temperature on the surface of the Earth. Okay. Now next type of electromagnetic wave is visible light. Light waves are the most common form of electromagnetic wave. Their wavelength ranges between 4 into 10 raised to 14. Not wavelength, actually it is the frequency. 4 into 10 raised to 14 Hertz to 7 into 10 raised to 14 Hertz. It is not wavelength, it is frequency. Okay children, its frequency range is between 4 into 10 raised to 14 Hertz to 7 into 10 raised to 14 Hertz. And we are able to see everything because of light rays. The radiation which we get from sun is in the form of visible light. Next is UV rays. UV rays covers wavelength ranging from about 4 into 10 raised to minus 7 meter, that is 400 nanometer, to 6 into 10 raised to minus 10 meter, that is 0.6 nanometer. The UV rays are produced by special lamps and very hot bodies, that is sun. UV rays have harmful effects on humans. You know the harmful effects of UV rays. UV lamps are used to kill germs in water purifiers. So these are the application of UV rays. It is used to kill the germs in water purifiers. When UV rays fall on skin of humans, it leads to the production of a pigment called melanin, and which causes tanning of skin. In order to protect from UV rays, glasses are used as they get absorbed by the glasses. UV rays help in laser-assisted eye surgery. As UV rays have very short wavelength, they can be focused into a narrow beam of light. That's why they are used in laser surgery. Okay. Next is X-rays. X-rays are produced by bombarding a metal target by high-energy electrons. It is very important diagnostic tool. X-rays have lesser wavelength as compared to all other waves. So compared to all other previous electromagnetic waves, X-rays have lesser wavelength. Because of this, X-rays can easily penetrate inside the skin. It gets reflected or it gets absorbed by the high density material like bond. Okay, so once the X-rays penetrate through the low density skin, it gets either reflected or absorbed by the high density material like bond. In any X-ray, bonds look darker and lighter area is the skin. Okay, so just go through the X-ray. Okay, in your home there may be X-ray of your parents or grandparents, or sometimes your X-rays may be there. So just go through the X-ray. You can see the bonds look darker and the lighter area is the skin. It is also used for cancer treatment. You are very well aware of that. X-rays are used for cancer treatment. In cancer, there is unwanted growth of the cells. In order to treat the cancer, the abnormal growth of cells should be stopped. So the X-rays have the ability to damage the living tissue. This is how it helps in the treatment of cancer. And the last one is the gamma rays. Gamma rays are produced in the nuclear reactions and also emitted by the radioactive nuclei. It is also used in the treatment of the cancer. Gamma rays also have very small wavelength. Of all the electromagnetic waves, gamma rays have the least wavelength. So they help to kill the growth of unwanted living cells which grow when the body is suffering from cancer. So with this, I am concluding this session and also I am concluding this chapter. So with this session, our physics portions are over. Notes of the topic and YouTube video have been uploaded. Just go through that. In the next session, we will discuss the sample question paper. Okay, children, we will meet in the next session. Till then, take care all of you. Stay home, stay safe. Keep learning. Thank you.